Yo, it's your boy, Miles Cunningham. I apologize for not being more consistent with this video shit. I didn't realize how much time it kind of really took to like do videos every day. I seriously take my hat off to Mr. Lucario and all the other cats doing videos like every day. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you know, that's whatever. But what I'm gonna talk about today is, and I mentioned it before on one of my other videos, we were talking about specialized skills and the shortage in the United States right now for specialized skills. Because since they trying to take men away from being men, they don't want us working with our hands anymore. So there is a shortage for specialized skills and labor jobs. And what I'm talking about is contracting, plumbing, electrical, construction, certain other vocational jobs that could even land you in an office, like computer-aided drafting, woodworking, metalworking, machining, welding. All of these things are out there to be done. Now, everybody might not be interested in these type of professions, but what I'm saying to you is that don't be fooled into thinking you have to go to college. Don't be fooled into thinking you have to go into debt to have a way to make money and take care of a woman and a family. Consider any one of these professions. Look them up. Try to figure out what you're most good at and look them up and see what can be good for you. And the great part about these professions is that once you get certified, once you get a few years under your belt, it's not that hard to start a business. It's not that hard to find other cats coming up in the game who need experience to be under you, right? And they'll be turnaround, but that's what you want. You just want dudes that's willing to work, dudes that's interested in the skill to gain experience, and then you get a turnaround for the next guys that's coming in. But remember, because there's a shortage for these specialized skilled worker job opportunities, prices for your labor also is at an all-time high. And that's the other thing to keep in mind. Prices for these things is at an all-time high. And the other thing is too, once you learn these skills, they're with you forever, and you can take them pretty much anywhere in the world. I know people who live in Africa and go to France to do roofing. I know people who live in New York and go to warmer climates to do AC work. So these type of skills could take you anywhere in the world, and you'll still be paid. You'll still be paid handsomely for your labor. The only drawback is, because a lot of them are physical jobs, you really got to look into taking care of yourself, you know, as far as your health, and making sure that you can, you know, keep your joints good, so you can, you know, kneel down, walk around, do what you got to do, use your hands. You have to take care of yourself in that way so you can continue to work. And then you also have to plan for the future. Like I said, start your own business so you can have guys under you. So all you really got to do is office work and paperwork. You just sign the checks and bring in the jobs. Or you could even get somebody else to do that for you too. All you got to do is have a manager under you. So all you literally need to do is sign the checks. And even then, you could just get a stamp and they can sign the checks, and you just keep the profits of the business. So I also wanted to just talk about the reason behind this shortage. You have to understand that this society, the way things are now, they kind of push college on everybody. They want everybody to go get these expensive degrees. They want everybody to be in debt. It sets you up with sort of a handicap before you even start, right? And that's kind of what they want. These colleges, these schools, that's how they make their money. They keep you on a leash for all these years while you pay back these student loans. Also, it takes a certain type of man to want to get dirty, to want to work with his hands. It takes a certain type of strength. It takes a certain type of masculinity for you to be able to do certain kinds of jobs in society. If you look at the way everything is now, everything is easy. Everything is at the touch of a button. You need a car, you just get on your phone, get Uber. And if you want this, you just get on the Easy app, and then you just get it just like that. And because of that, we're moving away from a certain type of mindset where a man is concerned, where it's like, hey, if I want something, I have to work for it. Like me personally, I wear a beard on purpose. You know what I'm saying? I change my oil on purpose. Like, I have enough money to take it to Jiffy Lube, but I change my oil on purpose. You understand? I got the ramps, I got the lug nuts and all that shit. I got the drainage pan, and I change my own oil, and I do my own brake pads, right? Not because I can't afford to pay to do them, but because I feel like sometimes a man has to be able to get under the hood of his own car and do something, just to remind himself that he's a fucking man. Just to remember, hey, if I want this done, I might have to fucking get my hands dirty and do it myself. Why? Because I'm a man. Because things come to those who work for it. That's like a old man fable now. You understand? Where it's like, you have to fucking remind yourself, yo, I'm a man, and if I want something done, I might have to put in a little sweat. I might have to get my hands dirty. I might have to do something to get something, instead of just pushing the fucking button to get something. You understand? And with the way the society's going, it's like everything seems to be getting easier and easier. That's why there's so much different flipping things. Like, everything is kind of flipped, because everybody thinks shit is easy. So everybody's feel like they're entitled to this shit. That's why you got so many of these fucking females, going crazy, and they feel like they're entitled to your respect when they haven't earned it. They're entitled to you taking them out when they haven't earned that type of shit. You understand? And then guys are the same shit. Like, there's a lot of, forgive me, but there's a lot of these young ass punk ass dudes coming up, bro. And it's like, yo, they coming up under their single parent mothers and shit like that. And they feel like something is entitled to them. Like, they literally see their mother taking their father to fucking child support court because she's entitled to child support. You understand? Like, she see their mother going to the welfare office because she's entitled to get something without working for it. You understand? It's like, oh, all you got to do is, sign some papers with the government and you get money, or all you got to do is do this and then you fuck with the government and you get this. And I'm not really trying to go into all of that shit in depth, but what I'm saying is, with the way things is going in society, it takes us out of that frame of mind where it's like, yo, sometimes if you want something, you have to work for it to get it. You have to get your hands dirty. You have to put some sweat equity in. You have to put some sweat value into that thing you say you want. And that originally is the unspoken philosophy of what a man is. So that's why I'm saying this. That's why I'm encouraging you guys, where don't just go to college because you think that's what you're supposed to do. Look up some of these skilled worker trades and see what's in it. See what you might be interested in. Figure it out for yourself. Get into something where you can work with your hands, where you can build yourself up and start a business and understand what it means to enrich yourself as a man in order to get what you want out of life, to enrich your life. And then once you've enriched your life, that's when you can start considering, okay, I'm gonna enrich the life of a female, and then I'm gonna enrich her life by giving her children. Then I'm gonna enrich my children's life, and then I'm gonna teach them these same things, where they understand that to get something they have to work for it. And then you create substantial human beings that way. And then that's when we can turn this shit around, or at least balance it out. You see what I'm saying? So again, this is why I'm talking about this. So check this stuff out and do your research. So here are some facts. I'm looking at this website called bridgingamericasgap.org, and it says every day the shortage in the skills skilled trades become more acute. According to numbers from the National Electrical Contractors Association, 7,000 electricians join the field each year, but 10,000 retire. Right? And it says, what trade skills are in demand? So the 23 high-paying skilled trades in America: construction manager, hourly pay $49.57 an hour; rotary drill operator, gas oil industry, hourly pay $27.28 an hour; boiler maker, $30 an hour; aircraft mechanic, $31 an hour; avionics technician, $31 an hour; pile driver operator, $30 an hour; plumber, $27.96 an hour; electrician, $28.46 an hour; crane operator, $27.96 an hour; wind turbine technician, $27.88 an hour; a millwright, $27.04 an hour. And these are all starting salaries, or average, average, starting to average, depending on the city, the economy, whatever. Because the top end is in each one of these I'm talking about is at least $10 plus more the longer you stay in it and the more experience you get. Commercial diver, $28.59. Industrial machinery mechanic, $25.96. Machine tool programmer, $27.07. Mobile heavy equipment mechanic, $25.66. Construction equipment operator, $25.50. HVAC technician, $24.12. Carpenter, $24.58. Diesel mechanic, $23.63. Auto body repair, $22.34. Welder, $21.33. Automotive mechanic, $21.02. And there are other vocations that deal more with computers. Like when I was saying, you could get more office type jobs that are skilled workers that are needed. You have computer network architect, $53 an hour; applications software developer, $51; logistics manager, $49; computer programmer, $43; database administrator, $44; funeral service manager, $45; film video editor, $41; fashion designer, $42; dental hygienist, $36; media arts animator, $37; web developer, $36; diagnostic medical sonographer, $35; engineering technician, $31; electrical drafter, what I was talking about before, computer aided drafting, electronics drafter, $30 an hour; sound engineering, $30; respiratory therapist, $30; radiologic tech, $29; cardiovascular tech, $28; physical therapist, $27; occupational therapist, $29. So there are a lot of skilled jobs out there where you don't need to necessarily go to college. A lot of the ones that I named for the computer stuff, a lot of those you might have to go to college or at least get some type of certification in, some type of school. But a lot of them, you don't need to go into debt necessarily to get a 4-year, 6-year degree and all that stuff to get these jobs. These are not those type of jobs. These are specific skilled jobs. And a lot of these jobs people just don't know about. So you think, I got to go get some degree and then figure out what I got to do in my life. No, you really have to figure out who you are, what you're interested in, and look around and see what's available and find what you're here to do. Find what you're here to do. And the jobs I just mentioned cover a lot of bases. Everything from plumbing to avionics to big machinery, construction, HVAC, welding, auto mechanic. There's a guy I know. He works for BMW doing auto mechanic work, and he gets paid. They charge $85 an hour, and he gets paid half of that for labor charges. You see what I'm saying? So he's making $43 an hour being a mechanic for BMW. So when you say, I'm a mechanic, a lot of people just imagine, you're that greasy dude down the street working in that shitty ass mechanic shop servicing everybody's car in the neighborhood. No, there are mechanics, there are truck mechanics, there are plane mechanics, there are guys who work for Porsche alone, guys who work for Toyota, guys who work for good name companies and do these type of jobs and make really decent bread. And you don't have to necessarily go to college. You just have to study and get a certification and find the specialized schooling to get you in position to get these jobs. And like I said, another great thing about it is once you get these types of certification, you can start your own business and you can do other things on the side with these skills. So you can constantly be making money and increasing your income flow, and you don't have to necessarily be answering to a boss like that. You understand what I'm saying? You put yourself in position to have options. So take this information. Let me see. Let me just this stuff that I was reading. This is from a website called trade-schools.net. So I just wanted to tell you guys that, if you haven't noticed, my channel is not really about like all this, dating shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, chicks is cool, but I'm more interested in letting you cats know how you can enrich your own life. And once you do that, the chicks will fall in easy. You understand? It's not, dealing with chicks ain't rocket science. I'm more concerned with you cats, and brothers in general, just having a handle on how to enrich your life, what direction we are going in. Find your direction and go build. You understand? Go build on that and make something happen for yourself. And you don't have to worry. You don't really have to worry about certain things after you do that. You understand? Certain things, once you know who you are, know what you're here to do, a lot of things will fall right into place like never before. Like it'll be like night and day when you really realize who you are and what you're here for. So I just wanted to put that down for you guys. I'm gonna put these websites in the description so y'all could go check out the information for yourselves. All right. So stay grateful, and the truth is inside you. Peace.